The Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year Award was established in 1976 in honor of Georgia Tech's legendary head football coach, Robert Lee Bobby Dodd. Each year, an outstanding Division I-A head football coach is selected to be the Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year on the basis of the foundation's original goals, which state in recognition of a higher and more noble aspect of college coaching, a style that emphasizes something more than winning the game, a belief that the game of football should be kept in perspective with college life in general. Bobby Dodd was born in 1908 in Galax, Virginia, and grew up in Kingsport, Tennessee, where he gained recognition as a star athlete at Dobbins-Bennett High School. Upon graduation, he attended the University of Tennessee, where he played under the legendary General Bob Neyland. Dodd led the Volunteers to a record 27 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties during the 1928 through 1930 seasons. In 1931, Bobby Dodd joined the coaching staff at Georgia Tech, where he spent 14 years as assistant to Coach William Alexander before becoming head football coach in 1945. For the next 22 years, Dodd's Yellow Jackets assembled an outstanding 165, 64, and 8 record, including a 31-game winning streak and a national championship title in 1952. He's one of only 3 people to be inducted into the National College Football Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach. Coach Dodd was respected and admired by many of his coaching peers. Rival Georgia head football coach Vince Dooley once said, Bobby Dodd was a special individual in a tough, very competitive business. He always tried to keep the higher things, the higher aspects of it all, uppermost and in perspective. Coach Dodd was very influential in inspiring his assistants. Notables like Ray Graves and Frank Broyles went on to have highly successful head coaching careers.
Coach, you've had a wonderful Hall of Fame career, wonderful. Who can you think of maybe was the most influential person in helping you with your coaching?
Well, I've had a lot, but Bobby Dodd was my model. He was the All-American from Tennessee. He was my backfield coach as a player, my head coach as an assistant coach, and he taught me all the things that are really valuable about being a football coach, Lee. He taught me about integrity. He taught me about graduation for the players. He taught me about treating every player as if he's your own son. And I'm grateful to him. And another thing he taught me, don't leave the school you like. He stayed at Georgia Tech as assistant coach, head coach, athletic director, and retired in Atlanta. That's what I'm trying to do.
Winning on the gridiron was important to Coach Dodd, but more important was the right way to go about it. That scholarship, leadership, and integrity held more long-term importance to a young person than the outcome of the game.
I'm more proud of the fact that I graduated a great percentage of the players who came under me.
In his recruiting efforts, Dodd was known to tell a prospective player's parents, "We're not miracle workers, but if you send us a good boy to Georgia Tech, we'll send you a good boy home."
It's indeed a pleasure to introduce you to the legend. He is known as the Gray Fox for some time. It was February of 1967 when the legendary Robert Lee Bobby Dodd stepped down as the head coach of the Yellow Jackets. And when the band was playing the Ramblin' Rhett fight song, you were sitting alongside here clapping right away. You must have done that thousands of times.
Jim, this school means a great deal to me. It's very seldom that a coach goes to one school and stays 56 years, never had a contract, never asked for a raise, and those people haven't fired me yet. And I got on this brown hat to bring luck because that's what I wore all during my career.
165 victories and, 13 bowl games?
13 bowl games. Oh, I was proud of my bowl record. I won 8 straight before I lost, and then I started getting beat by my assistants. Frank Broyles out of Arkansas beat me, and Ray Graves at Florida beat me. 2 of my best assistants.
Those young whippersnappers, right?
I taught them too well.
Well, now you've got the brown hat for good luck, and a man that wore the houndstooth hat, Bear Bryant, of course, had some good luck. That was one of the great rivalries, you and the Bear.
And we respected each other. We had great affection for each other. He was the first person I ever asked to be my top assistant, and Bear and I were real close. And we had one little bad incident, but we got over that. We made friends. Bear was the best football coach in my day because he was the best defensive coach in America, and defense won back in my day.
Now, you had some other strange rules. I want to ask the coach here if it's true that you allowed girlfriends and wives to sit down on the sideline, and if so, how come?
I welcomed them. Oh, listen, they thrilled my players. They excited my players. I took them on trips with me. Oh, I had the biggest family affair you ever saw with my football team. They loved to go to a bowl game because they'd get married so they'd go on their honeymoon on the bowl trip. They did, and they had a great time. Oh, listen, our career here at Tech, nobody ever had more fun playing football than we did.